infrastructure, but Tesla is what's making it so cool and so just like futuristically sexy to have a self-driving car.
Before it was lame. No, everybody that had a self-driving car was a nerd.
Exactly.
Giant blue Afro, no keeper indigo. Still recall thug life, flowing out the indigo. Answer every question asked, fat stacks of bad cash. Listen, ain't no vision, tell me here to win Division 1.
Alright, welcome to episode 5. I'm Thug Life.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is Giant Afro FC. Yes. Alright. Welcome back to Giant Afro FC, the podcast where we're going to win Division 1 in FIFA with absolutely no keeper in goal. Nice, Sarah. Bossing it already.
I don't know what I was doing. Thanks.
So, besides trying to win Division 1 in FIFA with no keeper in goal, we're also answering the universe's mysteries and making fat stacks of advertising cash. Speaking of which, this episode is brought to you by the Hill City, South Dakota Chamber of Commerce. Please join Hill City for our upcoming indoor-outdoor quilt show. Dates this year, September 10th and 11th, 2016. And consider entering your quilt. More than 200 quilts will be showcased at the show. Early bird registration is August 1st. Sunday features an evening dinner, truck show, and open mic show and tell. For more details, call the City Hill Chamber of Conference 605-574-2368. Whoa, I had the ball that whole time?
Yeah, I was actually really proud of you. I was like, you were multitasking like a fucking pro.
I was reading. I didn't even have my eyes on the screen. But
Oh man, you did really good. I mean, you went like half the screen, more than half the screen. Wait, which direction are we going? I wasn't paying attention.
From left to right.
Okay, so we want to go right. Okay. I didn't pay attention when we started.
So why do we have an advertisement for a quilt show on a YouTube podcast? I don't understand that at all.
I don't get it either.
I mean, theoretically, there would be some...
Where was it?
In Hill City, South Dakota.
Hill City, South Dakota. If you are from Hill City, South Dakota, please leave us a message telling us that you went to...
Yes. And tell the Hill City, South Dakota Chamber of Commerce that Giant Afro FC sent you. No! Oh, yes. So that they'll know that their advertising dollars were well spent. I'm feeling a bit of lag. Like, I'm trying to press the buttons, but nothing's happening. But, alright. So how's it...
Okay, so... What?
Oh, I was just going to ask, how's it going? How's life? You're in the United States now instead of Japan, right?
Yes. So I've been back, and that's what I was going to say, that if you can hear these birds in the background, my mom has birds. I'm staying with my mom in Texas, and yeah, there's birds. She has like two cute little birds. I'm super happy to be back. All I do is eat food now, which is
Nice.
probably the worst.
Okay. I'm having some serious lag. Okay, this is going to be an episode where we're losing. Oh well. Alright, so this episode we're going to talk about self-driving cars. Did you know this was a thing, Sarah?
Like the Google cars or Tesla cars? I don't know who makes them. Who makes them?
Yes, but well, started since like 1920. They started doing all kinds of experiments on like trying to get a self-driving car. But recently, in 2012, the first I remember hearing about it was that Google came out with an announcement that they had a self-driving car and that they had already driven it for 150,000 miles without accident. Which is kind of sneaky but cool that rather than like have a ton of public outrage, they just went ahead and did their thing.
They're like, screw you guys. Well, I guess it's better so that they could like be like, well, we did it and it was fine. Because
Yes.
if it wasn't fine, they could like kind of like secretly shove it under the rug.
Oh, yes. But yeah, so
Like, what are you
apparently,
talking about?
apparently from those 150 first miles, they only got in one accident. I'm going to pass you the ball. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready. That wasn't me at all.
From those first 150,000 miles.
Pass it to me.
Yeah. Oh, good shot. from the first 150,000
Well,
miles, they only had one accident, and it was when somebody rear-ended them at a stoplight. So it totally wasn't their fault at all.
wait, which one's pass? Circle is pass.
X is pass, and circle is
okay.
shoot. And then if you want to do an awesome pass, press triangle, and that like puts it into the space in front of them to run onto it. Yeah, and so then Google, I saw this nice video. Oh, that was awesome! And I'm just
You're
too slow to get on it.
Wait, where did it go? There we go. Okay, but yeah, go
Oh
on.
man. So the first video I saw was this really, really sweet video where they took a blind gentleman, and for the first time he got to get in the driver's seat and go to a drive-in restaurant or a drive-through restaurant and get some fast food, and then took it to the dry cleaners and took him back home, and they just had this like beautiful like emotional music behind it. It was just like so touching to see somebody who previously hadn't had that freedom to go wherever they want because of their handicap, to just be able to get in the car and go. And so I don't know, since I saw that, I've been really excited about this technology, not just for
We're just losing this.
yeah,
Not just for blind people, but for
it's
everyone.
also because my controller, it's got this thing, this is ruining the podcast, maybe this episode is going to scratch, but the when I press it, there's like a 1 second delay, so I can't really do anything. Like I could just run around and let you be the star of the show this time.
It's not gonna happen. Okay, circle, X,
Yeah.
circle, X.
Perfect. You like that? All right, so I might cut out this 1 minute of me rambling and jump right to us saying something exciting.
Okay.
All right, so then Google has this self-driving car that had driven for 150,000 miles, and recently Tesla has got in on the game, which Google is awesome to do all that infrastructure, but Tesla is what's making it so cool and so just like futuristically sexy to have a self-driving car.
Before it was lame. No, everybody that had a self-driving car was a nerd.
Exactly. But now, thanks to Elon Musk and just his awesomeness, everybody in the world has been seeing how cool and self-driving car can be and the possibilities that it has for the future. They ran into one snag, though, was that recently somebody died driving their self-driving car. So up until this point, it was... Well, it wasn't really Tesla's fault, because the guy had self-installed a DVD player and was watching Harry Potter and just totally got chopped in half by a trailer. He ran into a trailer that was turning, and the trailer truck driver said that he was going so fast that he didn't even notice it until he was already through the trailer on the other side. And that when they got to the car, Harry Potter was still playing, and he had snapped a telephone pole in half a quarter mile down the road. So I don't think that guy was driving his self-driving car safely, because you're supposed to like keep your hands on the wheel and stuff. And
Oh wait, you're supposed to keep your wheel on your
yeah,
hand on the wheel?
supposedly you're supposed to like stay alert the whole time and be able to take over at a second's notice. And
Then
so
what's the point of a self-driving car? I'm sorry, but what's the point then? You just, other than that, you're not putting your foot down on the gas pedal, right?
Yes,
You're
it's
still
to keep
basically driving this car?
Carpal tunnel syndrome of the foot is an epidemic in the United States. Hundreds of thousands of people suffer every year from having to expend the energy to put their foot on the pedal. So, I mean, self-driving cars, we're losing so bad.
I know.
And I feel like this is so boring too. For some reason, I'm in this weird funk this morning. I'm just like not paying attention well. Maybe it's the lag in the controller.
Yeah. It's okay. We can have an off. We can have an off one. You know,
Okay.
this is how it works. Go that way. Oh, these birds are excited. Yeah, I guess if carpal tunnel syndrome on your foot is an issue, sure, self-driving cars. Although I did read an article recently that a self-driving car saved a man.
Oh, really? What happened?
He had a heart attack, or he was driving and something happened, and he actually had never used that feature of his car before. Like he was just like never used it before, and he just like felt like he couldn't drive, and it would have. He was scared that it was going to take like longer to like call an ambulance at that point than rather just like go to the hospital himself. So he used this like that feature, the self-driving feature, for at least like the highway experience, and then once he got closer to the hospital, he like turned it off and drove himself. But
Oh, that's incredible.
I mean, he like was like, or maybe he had an aneurysm. I don't know what happened, but basically when he got there, like if he had it driven, the ambulance would not have gotten him there on time.
Oh, that's incredible. Wow. Okay, my faith in self-driving technology has been restored. Wow, awesome.
Yeah, you should read it. I'm not sure if I'm like doing the story justice because I kind of skipped it, but yeah, something like that. So, they're redeeming themselves a little. Although I still don't understand the point if you can't even take your hands off the wheel. Whoa, 0-4! This is a new
Man.
level of losing.
Yes, that was a rough half. I'll take, but I think that really we're just doing this to let them get overconfident. In the second half, we're going to come storming back with an awesome comeback. All right, welcome back to the second half. We're losing 4-0, and but we're about to turn it around and make the world's greatest comeback.
Yes.
Okay, so we do have a reader question this week. Sarah, do you want to take over going and scoring the goals, and I'm going to hang back here in goal and read this question. What do you say?
Okay, I got this.
All right, so question this week comes from YouTube viewer Jacques Handel 123, and he writes, I remember I was hammering on a fence in the backyard when Dad approached. He was carrying a letter or something in his hand and he looked worried. I continued to hammer as he came towards me. Son, he said, why are you hammering on that fence? It already has plenty of nails in it. Oh, I'm not using nails, I replied. I'm just hammering. With that, I returned to my hammering. Dad asked me to stop hammering as he had some news. I did stop hammering, but first I got in a couple more hammers, and this seemed to make Dad mad. I said stop hammering, he yelled. I think he felt bad for yelling at me, especially since it looked like he had bad news. Look, he said, you can hammer later, but first... Well, I didn't even wait to hear the rest. As soon as I heard, you can hammer, that's what I started doing. Hammering away, happy as an old hammer dog. What? Dad tried to physically stop me from hammering by inserting a small log of some sort between the hammer and the fence, but I just kept hammering, because that's the way I am when I get that hammer going. Then he just grabbed my arm and made me stop. I'm afraid I have some news for you, he said. I swear, what I did next was not hammering. I was just letting the hammer swing lazily at arm's length. Maybe it tapped the fence once or twice, but that's all. That apparently did not make any difference whatsoever to Dad because he just grabbed the hammer out of my hand and flung it across the field. Ooh, they almost scored, but I saved it. Flung it across the field. When I saw my hammer flying helplessly through the air like that, I just couldn't take it. I burst out crying, I admit it. I ran to the house as fast as my legs could take me. Son, come back, yelled Dad. What about your hammer? But I could not have cared less at hammering at that point. Yes, safe. Wait, what? I could not have cared less about hammering at that point. I ran into the house and flung myself onto the bed, pounding the bed. Oh, yeah. How am I making these saves while also reading? Okay, I'm gonna try to.
You're.
Whoa, their
really
keeper came out.
Whoa, they're trying to be like us.
Oh no, the question. Where are we? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so.
I'm running.
But I came. Oh yeah, you can score a goal now. There's no keeper in goal. Okay. So I ran into the house and flung myself into the bed, pounding the bed with my fist. I pounded and pounded until finally, behind me, I heard a voice. As long as you're pounding, why not use this? I turned and it was Dad, holding a brand new solid gold hammer. My question is thus: Thug Life, how did you get your avatar to have blue skin? Well, that's a really good question. So they've got this thing in FIFA where you can upload your own face onto your avatar. And so you upload a photo of yourself, front view, side view, and then you're playing as yourself. And then to be inclusive, they give you an RGB slider, so you can exactly control the color of the tone of your skin. And so if you slide it all the way to blue and turn off both the red and the green, it gets you this lovely shade of blue that I have.
Ooh. Well, yeah, I should be blue. I'm always like forgetting who I am.
Yeah, it
I
helps
like being a
actually.
ginger though. I kind of like being a ginger. I feel like if I was gonna be someone in another life, it would be a little white ginger boy.
Really? Why is that? Expand on this. I was under the impression that ginger people didn't have souls.
Well, they don't have souls, but that's why. I would just be a soulless little monster.
Yes.
Whoa, that was a very elaborate question, or an elaborate opening for that question.
It's a bit of a lengthy I don't really see what the preamble had to do with the question, honestly, but it's all right. It inspired us to get a goal. We're making a comeback right now.
We got this. We got it.
We got 20 minutes to score 3 goals and make the biggest FIFA comeback in history.
We can do it. We got this.
I agree. Okay, here we go, here we go. Get off me. Back up off me. Okay.
Back up off of me. Who said that? Back up off me.
Why didn't I shoot it? Why did it just pass it right there? Back up off me. Was that a quote from something? I feel like anytime I've watched SportsCenter, they always have some hilarious quote, and that works its way into my vernacular, and I just use it normally without ever thinking about it. Like, oh no. Stay down. You know my work. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna pass the ball to you. Run it by the goal. Okay.
I'm so scared. Don't
There you
do
go.
it.
There you go. Yes, you can go score.
No, you got it. Oh. Ah! Pass it to me when I'm closer. I can't dribble with this. I don't like.
Okay, so to salvage this game, we probably can't win, but this game could be a success if it's Sarah's first goal scored in FIFA ever. Oh yeah, people are listening for the first time and somehow did not turn off the podcast after that extremely boring first half. We should let you know that this is Sarah's like fifth game ever playing FIFA, and so she's doing an excellent job.
First fifth game?
Yes.
It's my first fifth game, but yeah, I've not played this before, as you can clearly see. Half the time I'm like, who am I?
Gosh, dang it.
We got this.
We got it. So I feel so depressed and so deflated. Wait, so...
No, I just handed it to him. Here you go. Here's the ball just for you.
What do you feel would be the benefits of being a ginger in this life?
In this life? I don't know. I mean, as a girl, you probably have, you've been kissed by fire. Guys love redheads. Isn't that like the most loved, most searched porn is probably like redhead, sexy redhead.
Is it? Interesting.
Yeah, for sure. All us brunettes are really bittered. We're just like, every time I see a redhead, I'm just like, ugh. Especially now that there's fucking Game of Thrones. There's the sexy red priestess. There's all the sexy redheads everywhere.
Okay. Well, if anything, our saving grace of this episode will be that in the title, it'll be self-driving cars and sexy redheads, and that will get a ton of clicks. But sadly, nobody will ever want to listen to this podcast again because losing such really...
Just tag a whole bunch of sexy redheads. We should just get a sexy redhead commentator too. Get rid of me.
I was asking, is this your letter? Is this your statement of resignation? I don't blame you. Okay, are you ready? Are you by the goal? I'm gonna pass it to you, and then when it comes to you, all you have to do is just push circle. Okay, I'm gonna score a goal, consolation goal. Oh, when it comes to you, just push circle, and then we'll get a goal.
If it comes to me, all I'm doing is running back and forth here. Why are you so much faster than me? I'm so slow.
Oh, if you pull the right trigger, you can do a turbo run. But you run out of energy eventually, and we'll pull a hammy.
Oh.
That could have been helpful information to share with you yesterday.
Yeah. Or, even now or earlier.
Okay, well, we tried our best, but we failed miserably. We should probably just end the podcast, right? We've only got like 750 viewers on the first episode, and then like 50 on the second episode.
Yeah, we're doing miserably. It's okay.
Yes.
Bye, guys. You'll never hear from us again.
Have a nice life.
Up yours. Goodbye. It's not even their fault. I'm angry at the viewers.
Goodbye forever. I hope you're happy. Okay, well, thanks for watching
Next
Giant
time.
Afro FC. I'm Thug Life.
And I'm Sarah.
Goodbye forever.
See ya.
Giant blue afro, no keeper indigo. Still recall thug life, flowing out the indigo. Answer every question asked, fat stacks of bad cash. Listen, ain't no vision, tell me here to win Division 1.